I am so floored. I am so floored about what I'm reading tonight. I was led to read the book of Ruth. Now, I have studied and read the book of Ruth back in December 9th, 2004. That was the first time I read the book of Ruth. And I've been reading verses throughout the years, but I haven't really been meditating on it. And wow, I opened up the Holy Writings and I said, Father, what should I read tonight? What should I study? What would you like for me to receive? And when I opened the book, it fell on the book of Ruth. And I was like, okay. But then I went to my encouragement Bible because it's more modern, right? And when I opened that book, it was the book of Ruth. And I said, okay, this is a sure sign that I should be reading the book of Ruth. And so as I'm going through and reading and studying and meditating on the book of Ruth, we know that her mother-in-law, Naomi, had lost a husband and also lost sons. And so her two daughter-in-laws were with her. One left and the other one stayed. And the one who stayed was Ruth. And Ruth stayed with her and worked with her. And Ruth had found favor with Boaz. We all know, many of us single women who are believing Yah for a divine husband, we always say we're waiting on our Boaz, right? But I want to share something as it dropped in my spirit. As we're waiting on our Boaz, we have to be working. Sis, you can't just be waiting on your Boaz and waiting for a man to sweep you off your feet. You have to work. You have to be working in your purpose, serving the Most High Yah and doing what it is you're called to do. And that is how he is going to find favor with you. And so if you are, waiting around hoping that, your knight in shining armor sweep you off your feet, or you're waiting for some miracle to happen, or you're waiting for some favor to hit your household and not do anything, you have to work. You have to work. You have to work in your purpose. You have to be doing something. And, also you have to be able to hear instructions and take heed to instructions, right? And follow what it is that you are being instructed to do. Naomi told her what it is that she needed to do. And when she followed every single instruction, and then she went to where Boaz was on the threshing floor, that is where she found favor. And I want to share this and not get too deep because I'm still in my study, but I wanted to share this with you. When she stayed on the threshing floor with Boaz, when it was time for her to leave, he gave her more than enough to take back with her. And so I want to share with you, women of Yah, that the man that Yah has for you will never leave you empty-handed. Who am I talking to tonight? The person that God has for you will never leave you empty-handed, but will give to you. It will be an overflow. It will be an increase. So whoever is in your life that is sent by the Most High Yah is going to increase your life, going to bless your life, going to give you the favor, right? And I know that we hear and we speak this all the time, that, in the book of Genesis, right, that, the man will find favor with the Lord, right? He who finds a wife finds a good thing and find favor from the Lord. But I also see that Ruth also has had favor because she followed the instructions, right, of someone that she trusted, which was her mother-in-law. And then she found favor with Boaz, and Boaz left her an overflow. He blessed her with an overflow. So if you are in a relationship even now, and you are always depleted and you're always maxed out and you never have enough and you're never able to tap into and be encouraged and be inspired and motivate and do what it is you're called to do, then perhaps that may not be the relationship that God has blessed you with, but the relationship that you chose. Amen. And if you are waiting as a single woman, waiting and believing God and praying, you know, maybe you're not praying for a Boaz, or maybe you're not praying for a specific person, but you should be thinking about a specific character of a man that you desire. And when it comes to the things of God, not saying that we're looking for men that is going to financially take care of us, but this man that God is blessing us with, women who are waiting now, women who are waiting and being patient and waiting in righteousness and holiness. This man is going to come into your life, and he's going to bless your life with increase and overflow and abundance. And he's going to be a provider, and he's going to know his part in his position, and he's going to recognize, listen, he's going to recognize the woman that you are by your great character. See, Ruth was a woman of character, of godly character. And although Ruth was not an Israelite woman, but God had found favor with her. Ooh, this is good. So if you are waiting, excuse my mess. I'm chilling right now. Today I'm studying no makeup. Here it is. If you are waiting for the man that God has for you, that Yah has for you, that you believe in your heart and your soul, that you believe that God has a specific person that is in assignment and on assignment to divinely align with you and your purpose and your mission in your life, to partner with you, to be in covenant with you, to grow with you. They're going to show certain characteristics. They're going to have certain things, and they're not going to lack certain things. There's certain things that they're going to have. It's going to be a requirement for you, or it's going to be a need for you, or it's going to be a desire of yours, but it's going to be met. And not only is it going to be met, but it's going to be met with an overflow and an increase. And so I hope that this right here, this little seed that I'm dropping, is an encourager to you to not settle, that the man that God has for you is going to place something in your hands. He's not going to come into your life to take away from you, to take away your focus, to take away your purpose, to take away your dignity, to take away your mindset, to take away the gifts and talents and the abilities that you have, or to take away the desires of your heart. He's going to meet you where you are and your point of need, and he's going to provide. Oof. He's going to offer up. He's going to care for your well-being and recognize the woman that you are, the woman of godly character. Listen, Ruth could have chosen a different route for herself, a different path. She could have chosen very selfishly. She didn't have to stay with Naomi, her mother-in-law. She didn't have to do that. She could have went on with her life. She could have met another man. She could have married someone else. But she had the strength, the focus, the loyalty, the character to stick with someone, to watch over her, right? To watch over her and to sojourn with her, to go with her in her journey. She could have thought about her own needs. She could have thought about her own wants and her own desires, but she didn't do that. She put herself aside. She sacrificed, and she long suffered. And so I want to share this with you ladies that are waiting to be married, like myself, who's waiting for that divine husband that you've been believing God for. God is going to show you favor. Hear me. God is going to show you favor with the desires of your heart when it comes to the things that you've been praying for and you've been desiring of God as it relates to your husband. He is going to bless you. He's going to bless you because you have stayed the course. He's going to bless you because you have sacrificed. He's going to bless you because you have long suffered and you have chosen to wait. As Boaz has said to Ruth, he said to Ruth that You could have chosen someone much more younger, someone who was available, someone who was younger. You could have chosen someone else. You could have done that. And so for you, you could have chosen whomever was available, whoever was blowing up your phone, whoever was in your inbox, whoever was trying to date you, whoever was trying to sleep with you, whoever was trying to do something quick with you, had no good intention. You could have chosen that person because you didn't want to be lonely, because you didn't want to be without, because you needed to be taken care of. You needed to be provided for. You needed someone to understand what you were going through. Maybe you were looking for companionship. You needed somebody to relate to you. You needed somebody to understand you had a need. But you decided to wait. You decided to wait. You chose the route that God has instructed you to take. You have decided to obey God. You have decided to hear from God and be led by the Holy Spirit of God in all of your decisions. And because of you doing that, God is going to give you increase. God is going to show you favor. God is going to give you the desires of your heart. So I want to encourage you tonight to delight yourself in him, Yah, the Most High God, and he will give you the desires of your heart. Just as Ruth had the desire of her heart, well, her heart's desire was fulfilled, her need was met. Same as for you, God is going to meet you in your point of need with the person that he has in mind for you. It may not be the person that you have in mind because you ain't been choosing right? You've been choosing by your flesh. You've been choosing because that man looked good. You've been choosing because he says something good to you. He make you feel good. But it's going to come somebody. Now, I'm not saying he's not going to be good looking or he's not going to be attractive now. But what I'm saying is going to be somebody that you're going to need spiritually. You're going to need, that's going to take you to a next level in your life that you need to get to in your walk with God, in your purpose, how you ought to fulfill the plans that God has for you. It's not going to be somebody that's going to stay in your life where you stay stagnant, where you go backwards, where you are plateauing and not growing. It's going to be somebody that's going to help you get out of your comfort zone. It's going to be somebody that you're going to have to trust. It's going to be somebody that's going to lead you because he's a leader, because he's established, because God has shown him favor. All right.